Alright, so technical difficulty should be sorted out. You should be able to hear my voice now. Unfortunately, no music to go to for a while. Okay, that wasn't intended. But yeah, we're gonna revisit some shit that wasn't so clear in the last video. Stuff like backstabs, hopefully. Nope. Alright, well, we'll just go do it on the actual practice guy then. It's fair. But yeah. So yeah, that's a backstab. They do lots of damage. Spells are great for taking out long-distance targets. Like that. And now we're actually going to go do the thing it says not to. Take all this off. Equip. Playing this with a broken thumb is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It's fine though. So we're actually two-handing the dagger here. Actually, take off the hood too. Hold on a second. Yeah, you have two hoods on when you do that. Just realized. One's just put down. Anyway, here's the reason it says turn back. This little guy. Calling him little is a bit of an understatement. Or quite frankly, just a wrong statement. Shit, come on, let me do it. Yeah, so that's not like a backstab. I mean, it's a critical attack. But it's usually your best way of dealing damage when it is an option. A lot of this game is memorization. So you can memorize what moves mean what. And boom, there you go. Once that's down, beating him with even something as puny as the Mail Breaker isn't even a problem. This guy did it as a deprived, which means next to nothing. Deprive's actually slightly easier. Well, the point I'm making here, the game's about a lot of memorization. You memorize the tells to show what they're gonna do, and then you do them. Oh yeah, use item. I already kind of showed you that one. Two-handing, and then... Oh yeah, that's right, that is a thing. So, weapons have skills in this game. Like, the Mail Breaker's skill is Shield Splitter. As you can read down here at the very bottom. Shield Splitter, aim carefully and attack in a large forward lunge to pierce through enemy shields and inflict damage directly. Really good if someone's blocking too much, but you don't get that too often with certain NPCs. So I just show you that. So yeah, that's all I had to show you back in this area. Now we're gonna get back onto the main event and head towards the first boss, Eodex Gundyr. So one thing I love about this game is the scenery's great. Plus the music's nice. Like, you can't hear it too much now because there's not too much of it, in all honesty, which isn't, too inherently bad. Also, there's a very specific reason I have my setup like this. It's I just like it. Oh, fucking damn it. Anyway, that's a Titanite shard up there. Once I get it, I'll tell you what that's all about. But for now, more tutorials. Plunging attack. The coolest attack in the entire game, no matter what weapon you do it with. But unfortunately, you don't get to use it very often. Alright, so, upside for the Mail Breaker here. It's short, or not short, it's small and fast. And because you can chain your hits together easily, you can stagger those enemies for... Alright, here we go. Boom, Titanite shard. Let's pull it up in here. Titanite shard. Reinforced weapon to +3. Fragments of the legendary slabs. Etched into weapons to reinforce. Basically, it's your upgrade material. Oh yeah, you can plunging attack off any ledge. It just doesn't always do stuff. So we're coming up to the first boss here, Eodex Gundyr. I technically chose the wrong starting item to go against him, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's also been a while since I've done this, but I'm going to try and get style points for parrying. Alright, so parry is a weapon skill for shields, basically. Which allows you to deflect enemy attacks and then do cool stuff like this. Alright, at this point we give up on the shield since we can no longer parry. Instead cast spells into him until he dies. Repeated-X, we're a good soldier. So, what's important here is that the coiled sword we pulled out of him, you know, it kind of comes back in like 5 minutes, maybe not even that. I'm actually impressed with how fast that Repeated-X fight went, normally it's way longer. Also, this Phantom you see ahead of me is on New Game Plus, that's not any New Game equipment he's wearing. But that's just, again, minor stuff. So, back onto stuff I explained but was actually lost. These souls are items you pick up and you crunch them to give you souls down on the bottom right. Souls are your, you know, your currency for everything. Pop this one here. I'm missing one. It's interesting. Oh, it's because I didn't pick up the one in the lizard pit. Okay. Normally I have about 10,000 when I get to Firelink Shrine, which is right here, as you'll see in about 2 seconds. There. Now, Firelink Shrine probably doesn't mean anything to you, but to a lot of Dark Souls players, this is the very first area from, well, it's the first hub area from Dark Souls 1. Also, for the coiled sword, you have to stand at it from this angle, which I think is stupid. But yeah. There you go, you just made a bonfire. Also, you can get a sword akin to this one later in the game, like after you beat the final boss later. This is the Firekeeper.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a Firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
So yeah, you can level up to, you can touch the darkness within me, take nourishment from these sovereignless souls. So, here are your stats. Vigor increases your HP and all of your resistances and some of your defenses. Attunement increases your FP, which is like your mana bar. Also ups some of your resistances and defenses. Actually, I think almost any stat does that. Yeah, okay. That's just done with your overall level then. Endurance is your stamina, how many things you can do. Vitality is your equip load there. Strength is, well, strength. We're gonna have to put points into that, but I don't think I want to do it just yet. Dexterity is, well, it's dexterity. There's not a lot else to explain about that. You know, it affects dex weapons and a bunch of other stuff like that. Also affects your physical defenses. Oh, strength also does that. Intelligence increases the power of your magic. We're going to want that to 20 as soon as possible. Faith is lightning, miracles, stuff we don't have yet. And the luck is, well, it's luck. You know, it doesn't actually do much here except increase item discovery. But we don't really need that right yet, at least. I might put points into it later, but not yet. So for now, we're going to put a few points into our vigor, and all right, cool. Get some extra health, get some extra focus, get another attunement slot. Now,
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
Thank you, Firekeeper. What's important about that is What am I thinking of? Okay, here. Oh, God. Tired. So, attune spell. We only have 2 spells right now. Soul Arrow and Heavy Soul Arrow. We'll change that. We'll get more later, I promise. This is Hawkwood. He's depressed. Relatable feel. How's it going, Hawkwood?
Another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their molding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think?
Yeah, he's kind of a bitch. Over there, this here's the merchant. She's a merchant.
I am but a humble handmaid of the
Or I guess
shrine.
her official name is the Shrine Handmaid.
I've lots of little things to eat, and yes,
Weapons, armor,
I'm
trinkets,
undead to Ashen
and-
One, as is thy want.
So it's never really said what she's doing with all the souls you bring her, but like you can get by stuff like embers, which boost your HP, purple moss clumps, which cure you of poison, fire bombs. We actually need to buy one of these. Need to buy none of those. I don't need a dagger. Oh, yeah, I do need a dagger since I don't already have one. This is for later. Torches are important later, and I think that's everything. Yeah. Okay.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
Alright, this over here is Andre. Big Buff McDuff. How's it going, buddy?
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith. Such is my purpose.
So here you have all sorts of shit. Reinforce. We don't actually have to reinforce yet. Infuse. We'll be getting a gem in the next area that we'll be using to infuse the Mailbreaker. Repair. Once your equipment breaks, you can repair it. A lot Estus. We'll actually be coming back to this. Reinforce Estus. We don't have a shard yet.
Weapons and protection
then you can talk to him.
sturdy enough, but when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure, so handle.
Yeah, he has a lot of cool stuff to
Pretty,
say.
be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Yeah, he's cool. Alright, so, one last thing before this video is over, which means let's run over a bit. That's fine now. There's a little secret that you can access that you're not supposed to be able to access until much later in the game. And we're really hoping I get this first try so I don't look like a fucking idiot. It's not that, that's just extra souls. Alright, well I'm a fucking idiot. But you can run up this tree, and if you jump at the right time, you will land on that roof. And there's a ladder to get up on the roof right there, but you can't kick it down until you get the key, which costs about 20,000 souls. Alright, hold on. Let me try this the distortion way. Oh, okay, that's a lot simpler. So here's some homeward bones, which allow you to return to the last bonfire, or to the shrine bonfire if need be. And here there's 2 important things.
Me, Picklebee.
So this is the Pickle Pea Pump Farm Crow, where you can drop items.
Pickle me, pickle me, pickle me, pickle me.
And you can trade them for other items. Now that should be the last amount of trading we do until much later in the game. And we'll come back here with other things. But more importantly than that, even though that is useful and actually does give us a decent armor piece.
You.
Is this? Leisurely Wall. So you run, you jump, you don't have to jump, it's actually faster to just fall. You go over here and pick up one of the best early game items, the covetous Silver Serpent Ring, which fallen foes yield more souls. Depicting a snake that could have been but never was a dragon. Snakes are known as creatures of great avarice, devouring prey even larger than themselves by swallowing them whole. If one's shackles are cause for discontent, perhaps it is time for some old-fashioned greed. So yeah, that's gonna give us more souls out of everything in the early game. You know, really make it a lot simpler. That's all I got for this episode, so see you soon.